coming up next, we got ourselves I would call it an emotional battle that is coming up. It's a match that a lot of people probably didn't expect to see once more, but it will happen. And you're going to get it for the final time. Boom! Tetris with it, the king of friendlies, will now square off and go one-on-one against Mega Retro Man. He's calling it a career, Burp. This is his final year of competitive play. He has chosen a select number of people to play. And this is it. These two are one-on-one lifetime. The rubber match takes place tonight. Your thoughts going into this one?
Yeah, I mean, we said in the pre-show, I'm thinking this is gonna go all 9 games. I know Jeff was kind of having some rumblings about maybe calling it quits too. So I mean, this could be a final battle of all, to end all final battles here, right? This could be a really good one.
Well, certainly indeed. And coming in to commentate this one with me is, of course, the King's partner in crime, Chris Bidwell, will be here. He knows the story between the two very well. So he'll join me in the booth, and then Burp will be right back after to join me for the Phenoms Championship. That one should be electric. And as Burp mentioned, this is a best of 9. As Mega Retro Man has imposed that for his farewell tour. Wants to make them good, long matches. We'll see if they can go the distance. But first, before we do that, as mentioned, this is going to be an emotional battle. They had some very emotional words to say about not only this match, but classic Tetris.
And now to 2,700.
2 more lines.
2 more lines will do it for Mega Retro Man. Can he do it?
1.5 lines. This'll do it.
And that's it! Jonas is out of the tournament in shocking fashion. And look at what it means for Mega Retro Man.
When somebody does a promo in a competitive aspect, you expect one to trash talk their opponent. Say how they're going to do this or that, and how badly they're going to beat them. If that's what you're looking for in this promo, you're not going to get it. Do you know what it's like to be the poster boy in the classic Tetris scene? That the game actually physically hurts them? It sucks. I didn't choose for it. It just happened. And there's nothing I can do about it now. My fingers have been hurting since, believe it or not, 2018. Were they hurting during the 2019 CTWC? Yes. Yes, they were. But I didn't tell anybody about it. Just let it be. I recall a match I had with Sharky. It was during CTL. I think it was early 2020. I don't remember the date really, but I beat him the first match. And immediately after that match, my hands felt heavy. Like they had weights strapped to my wrists. My fingers hurt, I couldn't bend them, I couldn't hold my controller. I could barely type on the keyboard to tell the restreamer, hey, I can't bend my fingers. I'm gonna need a few minutes. And then after that, I dropped the next 6 matches because my fingers were too much in pain.
Oh no, Mega Retro Man with a fingering C and L, and that's it, he's done at 52 points. No, no, no!
Then I find out people are questioning, was this the guy that really beat Jonas in 2019? All I can say is when your fingers fucking hurt the way mine do, let's see how well you do when you play Tetris. Jeff and I are 1-1. Cool. I don't care if I win. I don't care if I lose at this point. I haven't been practicing because I don't want to. Because I know maybe 30 minutes, maybe 60 minutes, my fingers are going to start hurting afterwards. And I would much rather quit competitive Tetris and continue to play the other games that I do than to continue playing Tetris and constantly be in pain. So anybody who thinks that I'm quitting because I can't hang with these youngsters, it's far from the truth. I'm quitting because playing this game hurts me, and I fucking hate it.
He is a CTWC 2016 finalist. He is also a CTM Challenger Circuit winner back in December of 2019. He is the king of friendlies. He is the man, the myth, the legend. Boom! Tetris for Jeff.
Hey, Paul. So sorry to hear about your painful fingers, causing your impending retirement from Tetris. It's hard to play through pain. But you know something? Your fingers aren't the only thing hurting around here. You know what else hurts? My back. That's right, Paul. My back. From having to carry all of the old guard into the new era of Tetris. That's right, I'm really the only one from the golden age to play against guys like Huff, Andy, Dog. And I even beat them once in a while before they got good.
We are 5 lines away. Got squared to death. Gets an S over. He's burning everything out he can. Can RNG give him the right pace? 1 line to go up this high is dangerous. Can I get the J in? And he's going to be done at 347. Gonna have a hold in row 3. Jeff is at 692. Andy building up a little high on his middle. And Andy, oh, he gets a double there for the hammering. Yes! He's gonna end Andy there at 686.
So, out of respect, I will say that it is an honor to be one of your final opponents. But when it comes to match day, I'm a gamer. It's not personal. It's business. And when you say that your hands are hurting 30 minutes or 60 minutes after a match, well, when you're playing me, they're gonna be hurting every second because I'm bringing the pain. I'm bringing the pain, baby, and I'm gonna help end this chapter of your story.
We'll open up the left side here, but had nowhere to put the Z. Goes all the way up. Oh, that's a bit of a hammering with the L. Doesn't make it to the left. He is trying to find a way to burn like a lumbar flat, but it's not gonna happen. And he's gonna be done at 572.
Boom.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the next matchup, and it is a best of 9 match. Introductions, please. On the left-hand side is a man that we know as the king of the Tetris Friendlies. He most certainly is the king on this channel. He has one of the best winning percentages of all time when he's played on Tetris Friendlies. He is a CTWC 2016 finalist, and he has one of the best necks in all of classic Tetris. And if you didn't see, he's wearing my shirt because it's Hey Now time. It's boom Tetris for Jeff. And on the right is a man that is a legend in his own right. He is a major gamer in the world of esports, speedrunning so many different games. and was once the world record holder in the Nintendo World Championships. He is one of the best speedrunners I know. He is a true gentleman, and he's going to play hurt because he hates this game so much. It's the Mega Retro Man! And with me to call this match is a man that is just as legendary as these two. He is Dr. Mario Championship Organizer Extraordinaire, and of course he is also a Nintendo World Championship finalist back in 2015. It is my good friend, esteemed colleague, and inspiration for commentary, Chris Bidwell. Welcome in, my friend.
Kingsman, what's up?
This is
Pleasure to be here.
Yeah, man.
Stepping on your words already? Like the crow that I am. Let's go. Let's step on them words.
No, it's my fault. I should know better. But that, I'm introducing you. This is your floor. But I just wanted to say, Chris, you know these guys so well. You've seen them live at the events, and this is a huge match between the two. They are 1-1 lifetime, and this is the rubber match in what is the final match between the two. And perhaps, depending on how history is going to go down, you don't know. Maybe this could be someone else's final match of all time.
Possibly. I mean, the meme that started it all on the left, and maybe we can end this run with the meme as well. And did I see a Crafty Kim sighting back there? She just recently maxed out.
Most certainly. We're going to talk about that in this one without question. So these guys are ready to go. They had some interesting words in their promos, but of course, let's go take a quick look at some online facts, Chris. We can't forget that. So there you go. Look at those beautiful shirts on the left side there. Hey now, baby. I love how they took that picture. It is Boom Tetris with Jeff. Chris, he is a DAS player, as you well know. He boasts a 1.25 million PB score in this game. He has a 38-13 record in friendlies. And let me tell you, that number sounds somewhat impressive when we talk about that the majority of his matches were like 2 years ago, Chris. The guy was like 30-7 all time before he started to slow down a little bit in the online scene. So that number is still amazing to this day, but what he was doing in 2020, he was just destroying people left and right. He finished second, of course, at the World Championships in 2016, and his current ailment is that he's got a bad back. On the right there is the Mega Retro Man. He also boasts the playstyle of Daz. The personal best is also 1.2 million score. His friendlies record is 10-5, as he used to play a few years ago. His best finish was at the iconic 2019 that you got to witness that firsthand, Chris. He finished 15th place, getting to the second round of that. And of course, his ailment is that he's got his bad fingers.
On top of that, he's wearing a Kraken's hat. His head's got to hurt too wearing that thing. Lordy. We are ready to go here. Although I don't think Mega Retro Man doesn't understand the Hover 3. So I feel better about myself already.
This is true. Mega, if you're ready to go, you can move your cursor up to the level 3. Your highlighting cursor on the Tetris board, if you put it on level 3, that means you're ready to go. If you
as hyped up as we are, look at the Jeff kiddos. My goodness, they're hyped more than anybody.
They're running around like crazy, man.
Yeah. Look at that energy. Jeff will try to absorb that energy and put it out in this best of 9 because he's going to need it. This is a big endurance match. Best of 9 is nuts. Kudos to Mega Retro Man for doing this, and both players are Hover 3, so we're going to get this started.
Honors are yours, Chris. Go ahead, count them down for this first
All right.
one.
3, 2, 1, Kraken!
I love that. And that's funny is I have in-laws out in Seattle, Chris, and for Christmas they sent me a Kraken jersey, a hoodie that almost looks like a jersey because it's the same similar material, and I love it. It's really cozy and comfy, and the logo's great.
Does it have multiple arms? Does it have like 8 arms? I mean, if it's just 2 arms, then it betrays its name.
Well, that's true. I only need the 2 arms, though. If I needed more than that, then we'd be in trouble. So here we go. So, Chris, again, we not only bring you in because you are a great wealth of knowledge in the retro gaming world. Of course, you know these guys very well. But who else would I call a best of series? There's no one else, man. I can only bring you in when we do these things. You're the best.
To break that 5 barrier, then I got to come in. I mean, I apparently I'm the only one that can handle the longer matches. I'm the Ric Flair 60-minute man. Let's bring it on. Let's go.
Woo! I don't know. Did you watch that recent video of him, Chris? He was out there training with Jay Lethal.
Showing off. He could still do the arm drags. He's still got it. I won't even have to chant it. He just still got it. And, I mean, he could still get divorced too. So I mean, the man's still living like he's 40.
I know. Oh my word! If you're not a wrestling fan, you have no clue about that. I feel for you because they're missing out on great stuff. But what we're not missing out is so far so good. 163 for Jeff. He's in the hunt right now. He wants to bring the pain, Chris. He said in the promo, he said, Mega, your fingers are hurting. Well, they're going to be hurting for a long time. I'm going to bring the pain. And this is not going to be a good one for you. A little bit of hang there on the S, but Mega, a pro, handling it very nicely.
You know, one of the good things about the rolling revolution is that it does seem to be better physically for our younger players in the long run. I did have a major worry that hyper tapping was going to mess up some hands and some wrists. So perhaps more players aren't going to end up like Mega Retro Man having hand problems later on by playing too much of this game. So I know where he's playing it up a little bit. I hate this game because of how it makes me feel, but obviously you don't play 9 games on a Friday night if there wasn't still some of that passion left, and Mega Retro Man's going to bring it tonight.
Almost certainly he will. And he chose that he wanted the stipulations to be a best of 9 because he knows the DAS playstyle can be volatile, and he doesn't feel like in his farewell tour he wants to play a certain group of players. He's already played Louis Scooey, one of his best friends there. They kicked things off. He's played Matt Martin, and now he's playing Jeff. He still has on his bucket list Chris Brady. He's got Joey Parker, and of course he's going to end it all with the icon Ben Mullen later this summer. So it's a who's who list really of players in the world of classic Tetris. But he felt that best of 9 would be so much better because you know, Chris, these matches sometimes can end very quickly, even if you're the best in the world.
I mean, as we saw in the last match, it was a pretty close game, and then both players started to run out of a little steam in that game 3, and you wonder if they continued that match would fortunes maybe turn around. But Ian Keith did succumb and lose his belt in that last game because it was just a best of 5. But both players here, 420. Hey, now it's that time of the month. But for Jeff,
and it's that shirt. He's got a shirt going. Look at that. Of course.
Yeah. He's got the holes there, but playing very well. Mega Retro Man. Ooh. Already.
That spire of red, Chris. That is dangerous.
That's classic. I mean, even in his match against Jonas, that's what his board looked like. I mean, that's how Mega Retro Man plays. He's very dangerous, very aggressive, despite not being. I think he's still DAS, right?
Yes.
There you go. Play dangerous with DAS. You could still make a name of yourself.
and his face reaction here, Chris, it just tells you the whole story. He's like, ugh.
But he's under control. 20 lines to go before transition. He's down by 200,000 now. So Jeff can't take this lightly. He is going to have a very strong transition score, possibly 600,000. What a way to start for the big Jeff.
Indeed, yeah.
I don't think I've seen a mistake play, maybe a couple holes, but this is a nearly perfect 18 for Jeff. It was a shame that I was very, very happy to see Jeff in Las Vegas a couple months ago. He was hemming and hawing about actually playing, and he wanted other players to get that live experience, so he decided not to play. But he was out there cheering everybody on, and it was great to see him, especially after 2 years of not really going to a lot of live tournaments for pretty much everybody in that room.
And that's quite gentlemanly of him too. You know, you would think that, you know, he'd want to play. I mean, he said he's a gamer, but he's always been a community first person. You know, it's not any shock that he would do something like that. And we got a transition already on that right side. Finally, Jeff also transitioned. Big score from Jeff on transition. 595 to Mega's 445 right now.
Doesn't get much better, especially the ads. Gotta love those.
Yeah, that's a wonderful thing Twitch has been doing these days. So for those that need a update, Jeff is still alive. He's on level 20. He's at 629, while Grubhub is giving him a few cents on his stream.
And Mega Retroman's like, you know what? I can double you up. I'm gonna throw an ad up.
Double ads for both. There you go. Jeff is back. You see him at 661. You'll get Mega coming back up after Lost Ark. Play free now. You can get it at Steam, Smilegate Games. Why not? Amazon Games, I think that is. Yeah, it's that stupid Amazon Smile there. And there you go. 542 for Mega, 691 for Jeff. Still strong score, Chris.
Was Retroman actually like playing within the window, because the ad cut off that right side, and when it came back, there was a double well over there. So I have a suspicion he was setting up his board based off the ad break. I don't know, just a theory.
I mean, that'd be brilliant if he was doing that.
I know, that's pretty. Yeah, all that lag too. That's pretty good play there. But look at this monster score from Jeff, 753. We might have our first backside of the night in game one. Not to jinx him, but you know, I do have this bell in my hand. Hasn't been rung in quite a while, so I have to knock the dust off of it if Jeff continues this pace. Level 24, 813. Mega Retroman just going to have to take every scoring opportunity possible, and it still might not be enough, but keep playing. You just never know.
Yep, you never know. I mean, this is TAS, volatile state, can happen at any moment. But right now, the king of the Tetris Friendlies showing you that if there's retirement talk for him, I don't know what he's thinking. He is looking strong right now, Chris.
Jeff is going full ham. Tetris ready again. Level 26. He just needs 3 more Tetrises. There's one. Mega Retroman, pretty good game. 7-11, level 27, but his potential is going to be at about the 850 range now.
I mean, I was just about to say, Chris, Mega's game is most certainly a good one. There's no qualms about
Jeff.
that.
Come on, Jeff. Come on, Jeff.
He needs help.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, so this is going to be a little hairy. Yeah, situation, not the player. Oh! Still possible if he can get this burned down. He does have a level to work with. One Tetris will do it.
Beautiful spin, too, by Jeff.
Can you get the... Oh, no T-spin.
Meanwhile, Mega is doing a great job, too. He'll throw the towel in now with 4 lines before kill screen. 794. Chris, an amazing score.
Ooh, what? 229. Look at this. Look at this. It's set up. Get him. Max on Jeff 4. Hell yeah.
Tetris for Jeff.
Why not?
There it is, Chris. That was a boom in style. Wow. Tremendous job by the king of Friendlies. Retirement my foot, man. How can this guy retire? Give me a break. Look at him go. What a game, number 1. He's on the board. 1-0. GG's.
All right, everybody. You still got it. No?
Yeah, you still got it. Oh, my
Love
God. And he just said, I'm just getting warmed up, Paul. Wow. Trash talk continues. Amazing.
What fun. We're going to be here a while, I think. You were saying you got an hour for this match. I mean, if this goes to... If we get max outs in a 9, we might be here till 10 o'clock Eastern.
Let's go. Why not? Tremendous job. Players need a moment. Jeff is all ready to go. He's got the hover 3. He's a gamer.
Whoa, Retroman, he's like... No. He's like, Kraken fan number 1. Let's go.
Oh my word! He said that's only one. Bring it. Oh, Jeff's having a nice little drink there. The drink of champions, Chris.
Is that a White Claw? No, that was a beer. That was a beer.
That was a good old beer, yeah, man. Jeff is as American as apple pie, baby.
Of course, I crack on the Kraken, but I am a resident of Columbus, Ohio, home of the most futile professional hockey team of all time, the Columbus Blue Jackets. So,
well, they were good a few years back.
Yeah, they've in their 20-year plus existence, they've won a grand total of 2 playoff series, I believe. It's a good average, one every 10 years.
And let's shout out RSPC Everything, gifting a tier 1 sub to Jeff. 3 subs to his channel in previous submission, so GG's there. Well, players are ready to go, Chris. Honors, you're coming down again for game number 2.
All right. In 3, 2, 1, Kraken. Mega Retroman's got the net Kraken there. And away we go. Jeff obviously getting this signal before Mega Retroman. I do hope that they haven't confirmed live CTWC in October at this point, but with Mega Retroman in the vicinity, I believe he's up in the Seattle area. I do hope he makes it up there to complete his final tour with a live appearance at the CTWC World Championship.
Yeah, I believe in a tweet that he sent out recently, he did mention that, because I think he retweeted the Portland Retro Gaming Expo since it finally made its announcement recently that they will be hosting in October. That he would be in attendance, but again, obviously, yeah, if depending if CTWC will be live at that point, I'm sure he'll probably want to end it there. Why not?
Yeah, I think it's a safe bet there's going to be a live tournament. They haven't made an announcement yet, but there's chatter certainly going around, so I'm hoping for the best. I'd like to see a lot of these players make a one last appearance live and in front of everybody else, and the new school gets to meet the old school one more time. I think it'd be great and lovely.
Yeah, that's the thing. Got to put that into consideration. With the amount of time that it's taking for an announcement to be made, it's starting to perhaps hurt the chances of some others to make it. You know, Chris, I think some people were planning, you know, with these other qualifiers out there to maybe attend one of those instead. You know, people's budgets aren't, can be constrained at times. So if you can only make one qualifier, you're trying to decide, well, which one can I go? And I think most people are trying to hold out to go to Portland. You'd rather go to the big one, right? But time is ticking.
I will say, if you can't or only want to make it to one, if you can only make it to a regional, regionals are great. There's fewer people there, so you kind of like can get into it a little bit more. When you're around everybody, like in Portland, you might have maybe a little overwhelmed with all the people there and not get a lot of face time with a bunch of individuals. So there is some advantages to going to a smaller qualifier and going to the main championship. But if you can make it out to something, go out to something, please, after these past few years. It's well worth it. Ooh, Mega Retroman hangs that long piece. Don't know. Can he dig this down low enough to get this down?
No. He's shaking his head, yeah. And he'll throw in the towel. 181 for him. He's finished. As Chris mentioned, that lumbar hang was the finale. Jeff, if you can get a Tetris, we'll end this. And there it is. Boom! Tetris for Jeff. He's bringing the pain, baby. He's bringing the pain. 202. You're good, Jeff. You will take game number 2 and have a 2-0 lead in the best of series. GG's.
Shout out to the Mexican runner in chat. How you doing, sir?
Absolute amazing speed runner. It's a big fan of Classic Tetris. Always sends the raids over to this channel, so much appreciated whenever you do. You're watching two legends at work. Sorry, Chris, go ahead.
Oh yeah, famous for completing every NES game over the course of, I think it was like 3 years. It was crazy. He would just even like miracle piano teaching and just the ones you don't think that are difficult, but I believe it's over. Yep.
We're gonna get game number 3. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, game number 3 starting up in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. I just figure. Let me count them down while you continue, Chris. So go ahead.
Yeah, got the Jeff Kiddo there in the shot. And this time, Retro Man starts first, so you see how this goes.
Well, he was sitting there itching.
Right?
He was itching to go. And there you go. Got to get Jeff his drink. And kiddos, sorry, Daddy's busy. He's got business to take care of.
Yeah, speaking of the regionals, next weekend in Milwaukee is the Midwest Gaming Classic. I'm going to head up there. I believe Vince is going to be up there. I believe I'll think of it. Who else could be up there in a little bit? Oh, did Jeff have a problem there? Oh, and he's starting the wrong level? There he goes.
Yeah, just had to give him a little refresh there. He'll be behind in lines a little bit, but he's going to push down. That's what he does. He'll catch up real quick. Mega's in a bit of a mess.
And then, of course, this summer there will be the Arizona qualifier. There's the Texas qualifier. Oh, nice T-spin. Still cool after all these years, but Retro Man cutting off his stack opens up the well. Jeff ain't doing so hot either, though. This is the sloppy game 3.
That's why we're doing a best of 9. It's just, I kind of had a feeling someone's going to have a bad game. Jeff is in that trouble right now. This board is a mess and a half, Chris. We'll see if he can get out.
Decides to flip that T over. Was that just showing off? Was that necessary? Oh, Jeff! Jeff's going to get the quick top out, and Mega Retro Man's going to take game 3.
There you go. Excellent survival, too, from Mega to make sure to stay out of that trouble and hang in there. The survival pays off, and Jeff is already done. He gives one back. Mega's on the board. This is why we're doing 9. Just like that, it's a 2-1. GG's.
7:26, so time's perfect. And while we're talking about qualifiers, there will also be the SoCal qualifier run by Beast and Shen, along with the Ohio qualifier run by Beast and Shen. And I will definitely be at the Ohio qualifier and Arizona. So I'm not hitting all of them, but I'm getting to a good number of the tournaments this year, and it's pretty great.
Well, that's good to hear. Unfortunately, I'm not able to attend many qualifiers. I'm trying to see. I'm still holding out, Chris. Obviously, I can probably budget to go to one, and obviously we're hoping for Portland to be the one. But if not, the other one I'm looking at is heading to Phoenix, because that sounds like it's a big fun one.
I think that was kind of like the target for a lot of people before Portland became a thing this time. So, Hover 3 is ready. Game 4.
Go ahead, Chris. The honors are yours.
And in 3, 2, 1, Golden Knights. Got to give Las Vegas a little love.
The Golden Knights.
Certainly.
Yeah, they were a big team for a while.
Yeah, they went to the Cup Finals their first year, and now they are reverted back to terrible, but better than my 20-year run of my Blue Jackets. So there you go. It was fun being out in Vegas, hanging out with Jeff for a little bit on Friday night, and then on Sunday, hang out with the Champ Huff and Beast and Shen and Scout, and all walking up and down the strip getting sunburned in the wintertime. It was great.
That is most certainly an ideal situation, especially in the winter when you're coming from the northeast side of things or in the Ohio area. Those are brutal winters.
And, taking an underage kid around Las Vegas, there's not the most things to do. So, hey, this casino looks like the other casino.
I know the group of people you mentioned is like, well, 3 out of 4 ain't bad.
It was awesome just to be around people and get blisters on my feet walking up and down the strip.
Early days here, 100,000 for Jeff, 98,000 for Mega Retro Man. He's back in this one. Jeff giving a give. Powerful game number 1 from Jeff. A max out, showing you why he still got it. And then game 2, early top out from Mega Retro Man. Puts him in the 2-0 hole, and then you just saw the early top from Jeff to make it 2-1.
Oh, he covered up his out. Mega Retro Man's got to get to clean up nice, getting that all the way over. Needs a long bar. Survivability in that classic matchup against Jonas. That's what did it for Mega Retro. Decides not to put the line piece on the far right.
Yeah, he wanted to hold out for that L piece to come. He didn't want to try to stay in this dig too long. It looks like it could work out.
Yep, that T will do it. And he covers up the well right before the long piece. That's the classic in classic Tetris. Garbage RNG.
But excellent survival here. Yeah, he's shaking his head, Chris. But I mean, that is professional survival at its best. And it may be that, you know, his injury certainly can disable him from being able to maneuver pieces left and right with ease. It could be a struggle for him right now, but even with that, he still looks like he can hang with the pros. It's kind of what he said in his promo, Chris. He said he's not retiring because he can't play against the tappers and the rollers. It's just physically he can't keep up.
Dirty Tetris for Jeff Moore.
And another one, why not?
And if a game's not fun anymore, don't press yourself. I mean, got to keep it fun. I mean, I don't do this for the glory because there isn't any for me, obviously. But it's just amazing to hang out with you and watch these guys go. Look at this. We got a neck and neck here. 277 Jeff, 261 Mega Retroman. Retroman takes the lead with that Tetris. Jeff fires right back. Halfway to transition. Of course, the big talk is what side events will there be in Portland if we have CTWC finals there in the fall. A lot of Hatris fans coming out of the woodwork.
Yeah, that part of the CTWC Discord has been popping off lately.
Will we have live Hatris? I don't know.
Well, it's a game, Chris, that unless you play it, you're not going to understand like what is the attraction behind it, correct?
Yeah, it's stupid. It's okay. It doesn't have to be amazing, but there's just enough there, and there's just enough brain power required to make it interesting. And see, got Mr. Brain asking about Dr. Mario. We're going to have the Dr. Mario finals in Ohio in November, so I don't think we're going to have a back-to-back Portland, then Columbus Dr. Mario major tournaments. I don't think that would work out for a lot of people, so we got to pick our spots.
Indeed. And right now we're picking our spot. This is a good one, Chris. Game number 4 looking like it'll be a nice, spicy 19 finish. 458 for Mega, 450 for Jev.
Looks like the game of the match so far.
Oof.
Jeff, like, just barely squeezing by here.
Oh, man, he's thinking something. Oh, he almost had a really dirty Tetris had he adjusted the L. The long bar was coming.
That's
Mega,
the double long bar.
Yeah. Mega has transitioned. 530. He's got a nice lead. Jeff takes the Tetris. He's out of the mess, Chris. We're off and running. Here we go.
Yep, let's do it.
Jeff waiting on the long bar. There comes Tetris for him. We'll go to 517. Mega still with a nice healthy lead. He is a level ahead. About 10 lines in the future to Jeff.
Yeah. So with that pace difference, about a 2 Tetris score difference, it's about as neck and neck as it gets. And the originator of necks over on your left. Mega playing pretty aggressive still, building up that center spire. Gets it burned down. Maintains the 3 Tetris lead now.
Yeah, Mega had a very aggressive tuck in the center that sometimes can cause Das to be lost. Jeff right now is going to have to do what his namesake says, dig out of this. This is dangerous. An interesting burn that way. I think if he left it horizontal, he probably would have had a better burn. And as Chris said, he can't get it. That's it. He's done at 535. The Mega Retro Man coming in like a kraken. Cracks through and ties it up. We're even at 2 in this best of 9. The GG's.
Mega Retro Man get a Mega melon this out?
Why not? This is his farewell tour. You're more than welcome to do it. Could we hear a second cowbell?
Yeah, he's right on the edge there. Gonna need some help. The board's looking great.
Nice vault of the
Wow,
chain.
look at that! Almost looked like a triple flip.
And you can see he's like, nah, it's not gonna happen. He's still fighting through, but we're a little bit too high now at this point. But he'll take the victory. Game number 4 belongs to him. We're even at 2. So now, Chris, we have a traditional best of 5 remaining.
Yep, this is all warm-ups now. Now we're just doing a regular old match.
Excellent job from both. As mentioned, Chris, they're one-on-one lifetime. They have played on this show twice before. They have split. This is the rubber match.
They're split right now, so evenly matched. What a fun night you got put together. Good job. This is so great.
Yeah. This is the WrestleMania of Tetris Friendlies, Chris. It's the reckoning. It's an amazing night, and yeah, still plenty of great action to come. There's some amazing young hyper tappers that are going to fight for a silver belt in a little while. We've also got probably the next superstar in the making, one of the greatest tappers currently out there right now, is going to take on a machine, the AI bot supreme, as well. So stick around, plenty of more action to come. We're going to count them down for this game number 5. It is a best of 5 now. First to 3 will win it in 3, 2, 1 Tetris. Well, first to win the next 3, I should say, right?
Yep. Good enough. Everybody knows what you mean.
So, Chris, let's talk about here real quick. In 2019, we were talking about IRL, right? So I got to be there, sitting right behind you while you were on comms for one of the greatest moments in classic Tetris history with that man on the right, Mega Retro Man. Let's talk real quick about his history. In past CTWCs, he's had a decent showing. He's been able to get, some round 1 wins and make it into some round 0 wins and make it into round 1 and some round 2s before. But 2019 was very special for him. He went in and he won his round 0 match on Saturday, and then he kind of cut a promo, Chris, right? That's kind of
called him out.
Yeah, he called out, Jonas, who they were going to match up in that first round. And he called him out. He said, I'm going to bring it. This is not going to be easy. And he brought it the next day. So while you were watching that, Chris, as a fan myself, invested in the match, that was kind of like the storyline that really got me. And I became a Mega Retro Man fan. I was obviously friends with him before that. We had been talking before online and whatnot. But, I became a major fan for him that day. You have a little bit more storied past with him. Share your emotions that day watching it.
Well, I mean, he and I had a rivalry going back and forth for a particular record in the Nintendo Campus Challenge. So we had known each other, talking a little smack going back and forth with that record for a good year or so. He ended up taking that title, but other players have taken it since then. But I was always a fan of his Tetris work because he picked it up late compared to other players. And it had gotten better and better, but always was kind of always stuck outside of that top 48 at the time. And he had really stepped his game up that year and finally maxed the game out right before that 2019 tournament. And I mentioned to Arda that he used to be a pro wrestler, kind of like a indie fed guy. And Arda, being a former WWE employee, really got into that, and the wrestling, which is probably why you were a fan too. But the wrestling terminology came out between Art and I during that match, and then as Jonas kind of choked, just for lack of a better term, he did not have a great game 2. He won game 1. In game 2, he kind of blew game 2, and then it was in the rubber match, the decider. Jonas was playing more aggressive than he was used to, and he topped out early. But Mega Retro Man had quite a dig out to make the catch up to come back for that third game, and the entire crowd was just glued to that screen. And with all the pressure in the world and all the eyes of the world, and then as I'm talking, he blows this game. But speaking of chase downs, Retro Man's going to need Jeff's going to need a 223 and get the score there. It was in the 220s.
Yeah, 224, 844. So 225, Jeff. We need a 225. We'll win it. And Mega was, I mean, you saw his reaction there, Chris. He was just like, what was that? His orange, like, you're telling a great story. His RNG was absolutely atrocious. And he was getting blitzed with, S's and creating that tower in the center. Not much he can do. And Jeff is basically a few lines away from getting this one done. This Tetris will give him a victory.
Style.
Yep.
Nicely done. But yeah, in that decider against Jonas, he had a ridiculously awful board, and the obvious strat at that point is to burn it all the way down to the bottom, but Mega Retro Man went aggressive and got a dirty Tetris about halfway up the board, and it was the craziest moment in that particular situation. I lost my crap by calling that match, and he pulled it out, and what a moment for everybody. I mean, as big of a Jonas fan as I was, it was just a perfect moment in that full tournament.
And I remember that so vividly because as he walked back and Arthur was going to interview him, you went up to him and you gave him a big hug, Chris. Like it felt like, it's such an emotional moment between the two of you. Like you walked right over there, you gave him a big hug, congratulated him on, you knew that you just saw a piece of history happen.
And I hope we can get this again, and I don't doubt that we can't. I have no doubts that it'll happen again, but we were such a tightly knit community. Most of those people in that room were Jonas fans, but watching that giant upset, everybody was cheering. There wasn't any booing or, oh, come on, that's BS. Everybody was excited. Jonas had his moment and came back and was very graceful about it. And the room was electric that rest of the entire day because of that giant upset. And I know when we get back to IRL full time for everybody that same sense of community will be there. And I really can't wait to experience it again.
Same here. As mentioned, that was really an inspirational moment for me. And witnessing you and the amazing play call you and Arda had for that, the emotion you guys invoked was certainly something that is forever etched for me. That was one of the main reasons, as I mentioned, that you guys helped inspire me to become involved in this community, and I found my niche, hopefully, that this is where I am. So
we're better for it. So another close game early on.
Now, for those that have been following along this journey of the Mega Retro Man Farewell Tour, he's pretty much had these type of games with just about everybody. So he has played Louis a couple of months back. That was his first opponent. They went all 9 games, Chris. They ended up going the full 9. They were kind of back and forth. You had your usual, early tops like we've kind of seen in this one. You've had your transition games that go, pretty well into 19 plus. And, he went all 9 games with Louis. With Matt Martin, he went 8. They had a fantastic game number 8 to decide it. So we're kind of on that same path. We're looking at, a game 8, maybe decider game 9.
With Jonas's birthday being this week, don't take things for granted. Where I God forbid something bad happens to anybody else in the scene ever again. But when you're watching something like this, oh, it's just another Friday night Friendlies match. Appreciate it for what it is. This is, we're all hanging out. watching good Tetris from great players from the past, and we know Jeff still got it. Mega Retro Man still in this match, he still got it. But if they're gone next season, appreciate what you're watching right now.
Absolutely, and thank God we have this recording, because this will be forever etched in time. It'll be on YouTube. Don't you worry. It'll be there eventually.
Look at this. One Tetris lead for Retro Man. Jeff going left well here. He's gonna keep that. He's gonna keep that build up there. He's gonna keep that going. Yep. Little left well action. Another left well Tetris. I have to get like a Steel Star. Okay. All the different bears. I can't keep up with all the names. I have to like hover over it to see what each one is.
Yeah.
Appreciate the bear spam. Yeah, I don't speak bear.
Not too many people do, but
yeah,
it's okay.
But 321, 343. Fantastic game 6 right now.
And you know what we have to also remember, Chris? These guys, it's not been easy, right? I mean, they've been struggling with the pieces that are coming to them, and they're making it work.
I know if it's me playing, then I top out after the first sign of trouble, so that's lousy, mediocre Bidwell Tetris.
Beautiful quick tap from Jeff to get piece to the left there. He's staying alive.
But this type of game is kind of more entertaining in a way than clean Tetris, quote unquote, because is he going to make it over? Is he going to top out? I mean, that's a little more drama there. So there is some advantages to a slightly dirtier style.
And there you go. There's the man himself. Van Dweller is here, Chris. He's showing you every single bear available.
Oh, okay. So I'll need to study. And if you subscribe to Classic Tetris Monthly, you too can use those emotes.
Chris, check is in the mail. He knew what to say. That's right. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. But more importantly, since you're watching here on Twitch, hit that subscribe button. It's a great day to do it. Support Monthly Tetris. You support the king as well. And there's also a merch command, too. You want some of those Hey Now shirts that Jeff is wearing? Hey, get one now. The link is in the chat. King, I'll put it there. It's King merch, baby.
Mega Retro Man with those center spires, just so dangerous. I mean, it is only 18, but we are closing in on transition, and you play it that high up the board. Once transition hits, the game is over in an instant.
Indeed. Real quick, thanks. Shout out Cat Kid giving 5 tier subs to the community as we transition to level 19. Jeff at 447, Mega at 514. Another transition, another barn burner, Chris. Let's go.
I love it. I've had one cowbell already. How about a second?
There might be some cowbells later tonight, Chris, with our main event that you'll be here for.
Oh, Lordy. That's going to break the instrument. Retro Man a little bit of trouble. That transition speed increase has messed with his timing.
Yep, that's correct. Yeah, he had a miss tuck of an S piece he wanted, and that has caused this kind of delay in scoring. Jeff, meanwhile, has cleaned it up. He's at 514, Chris. He is less than a Tetris away from taking the lead.
Mega Retro getting a handle on this board. Is Jeff going to dirty this up? He's trying. He's going to dirty this up. He's got it ready. All right. Got to burn it down. You're so excited. Mega Retro maintaining that one Tetris lead. Level 22.
I love some of these burns from Jeff, but he's just not getting favorable pieces.
He's right on the cusp because neither player is really at peak scoring potential.
There we go.
So
finally. Finally, he got favorable pieces there, Quiz, to Jeff. And there's the Tetris. He's right back. He's taking the lead. It's less than 1,000 points.
Yes.
Oof.
Retro Man still with the center spire, and that's going to do it in for him. And Jeff Moore is now at match point, up 4-2. All the G's to both players.
Tough break there for Mega. He had a clean board there, Chris, but then he had to block the well. Nowhere to put that piece, and that is where things just started to fall apart. Jeff, what an amazing dig out from him. He did a phenomenal job. Like you mentioned, Chris, most people in the world, they're not surviving that at that speed. You're topping out. Game over. Not Jeff.
It's fun to watch, and going back and forth between those two. Mega Retro Man likes to set up those center spires when he doesn't have a place to put, when he's, rather than sticking a garbage piece over the left or right, he'll stick it right in the middle there and just go with it. And it worked out, and then that last one didn't work out.
This has been a hell of a match, Chris. The two of them have been giving us Heart Attack City. GG's around, Hubbard threes from both. I mean, we can continue. It is a Game 7. Mega on the ropes. He's looking to stall Jeff for the knockout blow in 3, 2, 1. Tetris, let's go.
And away we go. Love the press down points for Mega Retro Man. You're seeing it less and less these days, so when you do see it, appreciate it.
Of course. I've actually made it a point, I've said it on stream a few times, that I'm going to start incorporate. I like to always just push down on the first piece to get those first initial 12 points, but I'm starting to say to myself, well, I'm going to push down until I get 69 points every time.
Oh, hey now.
I want to start that way. Yes, hey now.
Everybody's got to have their signature. And that takes some skill to get to that exact number.
Yeah. I've been working on it.
Got to get your 6-9 technique down, right?
Indeed.
Oh, Lord. Did I just say that on stream?
It's okay.
We got to get banned.
We're in the prime time hours, Nitz. It's okay. But if you want to be safe and you want to keep it PG, well, you can go to the King's merch store. I got a merch store now, Chris. You can get a Hey Now shirt just like everybody else, like the man himself, Jeff, is wearing. Head over there. We got shirts, you got hoodies, long sleeves, whatever you want, man. It's Hey Now. Get it. It's available at my store. Click the link. It's in the chat. Let's go.
I got mine. I'll be wearing it next weekend.
Beautiful.
In sunny Milwaukee.
I'm hoping it'll be very sunny there.
Funny thing about the Midwest Gaming Classic, it was the first major. It was a major Tetris tournament before CTWC existed. They were hosting Tetris tournaments at that particular gaming convention several years before CTWC was even a thing. If you watch the XC of Order, you saw Ben Mullen win his trophy for winning that weird non-rotation match. That was where that was filmed.
I didn't know that. Oh, that's actually, yeah, the opening scene, right?
Yep.
Because you know what? Hey, I'm a shill too. We're on monthly Tetris, but I'll promote anybody anywhere. Chris, of course, for those that maybe are not in the know, the CTWC's movie, The XC of Order, is available on Tubi. It's a free streaming service, man. Go and check it out. It's worth it. You want to see a little piece of history? Go check it out.
I mean, if you want to be a young buck saying the oldies are no good, watch the movie and make fun of how bad they were compared to you. If nothing else. So Jeff's in trouble here. He's gonna get down to about the yellow zone, but he's gonna need some proper RNG to get out of this.
Yeah. He needed a long bar. There we go. Finally, that long bar.
Yep.
He needed it down in column 2. Was just not showing up. But again, Chris, look at this amazing digging out from the man with the namesake.
He's got. He was dirty ready, but cleans it up.
I mean, Chris, I can't fathom. How could this man be contemplating retirement? Look at him go, Chris.
Still got it. It's so great.
And, Chris, all jokes aside, Jeff in the promo, he talked about how, Mega said he's got these injured fingers, that they're hurt. It's hard for him to play. But Jeff, tongue in cheek, said his back is hurting from carrying all the vets over the past couple of years in the online scene. But there's truth to that, Chris. There's some truth.
Absolutely.
Because he has really been the only one in the CTWC scene that has participated, in all these online tournaments and leagues and friendlies and whatever. He's been a part of all of that for the last 2 years. And yes, he slowed down, in the past year or so, but he still participates. He keeps up with these guys, nowadays people say, oh, well, Doug and Andy will crush him. Huff will just roll over him easily. But that really wasn't the case when they first were playing. Jeff most certainly has bragging rights over those guys too.
He set the bar. If it wasn't him giving a goal to achieve for the younger players, they wouldn't have likely put in as much time to surpass him. Look at this. Mega Retro Man with a 492-402 lead heading into transition. This might be Mega Retro Man's best pre-19 game yet.
Yes.
So he's peaking at the right time. Jeff not too shabby. If he gets 2 Tetrises, he's going to transition with nearly 500,000. It would be a 490.
We've seen what Jeff has been doing on these transitions. He's been hanging in. He's been having excellent dash control. He's been using those quick taps very well. And it's about survival when we get there. He has transitioned at 477. Some work to do to clean it up. Mega has one more burn at 542. He'll do it in style. We're off and running, Chris. Mega needs this one to keep the party going. Otherwise, Jeff will take it.
Well, so far it's looking like the party's going to continue, but let's see how level 19 progresses. Jeff's ahead in pace. But we haven't seen Mega Retro Man play too much 19 tonight. At first game, he had a 700,000 when Jeff maxed out. But now for the first time, he's ahead in the level 19 play, so let's see if he can maintain that.
Ooh, simul Tetris for both. 625 for the Mega Retro Man, 561 for Jeff. There we go. There's some issues with Mega's board. It's getting all the good pieces here. Oh, yes, he got J over.
Nice.
Amazing job.
Just in time.
Oh, those S's.
Oh,
though.
man, that's on purpose, though. He's stacking him up like that. So aggressive. And that's not
nice.
Telling him to change. You play your game. You play what got you to where you are. And it is paying off for Mega Retro Man right now. He's ahead by 48,000.
Beautiful vault of a Z for Jeff, and he gets a longboard in for a Tetris. He stays alive. 631 to 651. Mega Retro Man nodding his head. He likes what he's seeing.
Yeah, he's feeling it.
And Jeff has taken the lead now. Jeff is ahead in the line count, though. Advantage for Mega if he can keep this going.
Keep it safe and low. Jeff, 666, hey now. Do you do hey nows for 666? You should.
Usually I'm pretty scared of that number. It's a pretty scary
We don't
number.
have it that often.
703 for the King of Friendly. 693 for the Mega Retro Man.
For that one line of trash at the bottom, will Mega Retro Man play on top of it or burn it down?
Yeah, he's not comfortable with this board, Chris. He wants to burn. You could see that.
Yeah, he's going to have to score again because he's now behind by more than a Tetris.
And Jeff slams one on row 2. Jeff at 773. Level 26, 719 for the Mega Retro Man.
Expanded it, but now Jeff's in trouble. Can he get something to the left? And even if he gets something to the left, it's not. That's going to be it for Jeff Moore at 775. One Tetris will do this for Mega Retro Man. He needs 776. Is he going to line it out, or is he going to do it in style? Oh, he's going to do.
Ooh.
Blair could have done it. He's going to play it safe. He needs 776. Give him the line game. Come on.
Oh, my God.
Oh, no, not like this. Come on, game. Come on.
No!
No!
Damn it!
Oh, my goodness.
Of course, it always has to be that way, Chris. You need a line, it ain't coming. Aggressive build there. He wants to do it in his style. You can't blame him, Chris. He wants to do it in style, but it ain't going to work. And that is it. Jeff, reaction tells you, whoa, how did that happen? Tough break, but that's classic Tetris in a nutshell. Jeff survives that one. Wins it, barely hanging on. And he will take the game of the match. GG's.
That was intense. I guess that that evil hay now probably did help out for Jeff after all. Well, yikes.
And you can see Mega right there. He's shaking his head. It's like, man, you know, Chris, before the match started, he was talking about how much hate he has for this game. It's probably scalding hot right now. He's hot as hell. Is what a shock. The game did that to him.
Well, so he's in the chat saying, don't suggest. No, Mega Retro Man plays in style. His biggest moment in this game was getting dirty Tetris when he shouldn't be. That's his game, so you don't get away from what brought you here, like I said earlier. And there's the man. There's the neck. There's the beer.
Boom!
What a scene here from Las Vegas.
Tetris for Jeff has done it. What a scene in Vegas indeed, baby. High rolling at its best, but he's not a roller. He's a dasser. And he has proven why. Honestly, he still got it, Chris. If that man right there has contemplated to hang it up, hang the controller, and do away with the competitive scene, you know, I think we'll be all a loss. We'll understand, of course, but the truth be told, that man has done so much for this community, especially during a pandemic when we needed someone from the old guard to come in and join the online era. He was the one on the front lines taking all the battles. He didn't shy away from anybody. He participated in everything. And honestly, he's a man that sparked a new revolution in 2016, right, Chris? A meme video went out about him and his participation at the World Championships, inspired so many young players to get in the scene, and that ended up creating a new wave. It's all thanks to that man right there, Chris. I hope he continues to play.
He's the link. Even if he retires, I hope he hangs around in some capacity or another. I hope to see both players in Portland in October. What a great match. What fun. Thanks for having me, King.
Without question, Chris. That was outstanding. Jeff, my man, we love you. Mega Retro Man, honestly, kudos to you. A very good game. Probably one of the best ones he's done this Best of 9 series. He did a great job all around. Thank you so much, everybody.